Hi there, welcome to Hands-on Tech with OAs. Our week password putting your users at risk. In this video, I'll show you how to enforce a strong password policy in Active Directory using group policy GPO on Windows Server 2022. We'll create a dedicated GPO in the group policy objects section and then link into the organization unit in our domain aciplab.com. This will ensure all users comply with a secured password policy. So let's dive in and secure our environment. Open group policy management on ACIDC01 on domain controller and create a new GPO. Now before creating new GPO, there's this default domain policy. I want to remove it. Okay, I want to unlink it. You can right click and unlink it, and in the group policy objects you have this default domain policy. So if I delete it for our tutorial purpose, now we can do two things. We can right click on this group policy object, create new, and then we can create a policy, or we can right click on any OU that we have created, like computers OU, groups OU, users OU. Right click on them, and then we can create a GPO in this domain and then link it here. So these are two ways to create GPOs. But for this video, I'm gonna right click on group policy object, new, and I'm gonna set the name for this password policy GPO. Okay, I'm gonna enter it. So I have this policy now. So you're gonna right click on it, edit. By the way, there's one more thing. If you want to create an OU, suddenly you think, oh, I need an OU to link a group policy object to that. You can right click on the domain and you can here here new organizational unit. You can click on it and you will have created the new OU. Since I have already created OUs, which I will later show you. So let's get back to the editor console, group policy management editor console. Maximize the window, it will expand it, the navigation, expand the computer configuration, policies, Windows settings, expand it, go to security, click on account policies, click on password policy. There you go, you have none defined here. So enforce password policy, make passwords remember, for example 12, and maximum password, yeah, suppose 42, minimum 30 days, no problem, and minimum password length, it should be 7. Minimum max password must meet complexity requirements. Define this policy, enable it, and here's the explanation that it should be combination of 3 from these 4 categories: capital letters, small numbers, and alphanumeric numbers, special characters. Okay, so you should provide end users the complexity requirement. So next time they want to change password, or they are prompted to change password, they should know the this rule, this policy of, so we're gonna click OK. We're gonna click on store powers, define this policy, and keep it disabled. So now we have defined the policy here. So now we're gonna close the management editor, group policy management editor. Now we are going to link this password policy GPO that we have created. If you wanna see, let me click on it. It is not linked. See, our link to this GPO, none. So we're gonna link to expand the users OU. We have users here, different users OU. We're gonna click on it and link an existing GPO, which is this one. So this password policy GPO will be enforced to this OU. Okay, here, as you can see a little logo here, it has been linked. Okay, so now let's go and create a user under these OUs. So let's close this group policy management console, go to tools, Active Directory users and computers, and expand the domain, and we have computers OU. I have created the different OUs for different purposes. So we have groups OU, we have users OU, we have HR users, IT, sales. So for example, let's create a user here. We're gonna now are not going to comply with the password policy just to see whether our password policy is effective or not. So let's keep the 4 digits first, KHN, and for next, since we have, there you go, Windows cannot set the password for this user because the password does not meet the password policy requirement. Okay, check the minimum password length. So what we are going to do, we're going to try all the small letters. Okay, so I'm gonna write PASSWORD, PASSWORD. Okay, I'm gonna click next. There you go. So the policy is effective in Active Directory, as you can see. Now we're gonna keep the password is as per group policy that has been enforced. So I have now kept one capital letter, the rest are small, and there's one numeric number here. So among the 4 categories, okay, I'm compliant with the 3. So user must change password at next logon, click next, finish, and there you go, user is created. Now let's go to the client machine and try to log in with the newly created password. Okay, this was our password. Okay, as you can see, there's capital letter P and there's a numeric 0 in between. So we're gonna click next. Now the user must change password. Okay, so we're gonna keep new password. Let's see if it allows me. So let's try Paris, for example. I know it's not compliant, but we are validating, verifying. Let's see, Paris, and hit OK. There you go. The policy is effectively in place. Click OK. Now try to enter the complex password. For example, capital P ARIS and 10. Let me show you. So now we have numbers, capital letter, and small letters. Combination among the 4 categories. Okay, we can add complex special character as well. PARIS 10. Let's check and hit OK. There you go. The password has been changed. Click OK. So now the user have successfully logged into his machine. There's one more thing I wanna add, and that is, for example, if the user is already on his machine and is working, the policy will not be effective. So what you need to do, you need to run the gp update command on his machine. So this will paste the new group policy from the domain controller, and then the group policy will be effective on this client machine as well. Okay. Now we have intra admin center through which we can enforce policies. Rather than coming here, we can sync the machines from there. But if you have an on-site server, you will have to do this. Now close it. And that's it. We have successfully enforced a strong password policy in Active Directory using group policy GPO on Windows Server 2022. Now, users in the IT support, users in the users underscore OU unit, yani all the users, HR users, sales users, and I can create the rest of the users here. So these users must follow secure password guidelines, and this will help them to keep themselves from security threats. So that's it for this video. If you have any question, drop them in a comment below. Like, share, subscribe for more hands-on IT tutorials. Thank you for watching.